Georgia Tech is starting to roll. They land another four-star edge rusher. This one has a potential to be all ACC caliber. And I don't mince my words when I say this. Success Nwabude is one of those ones, and Georgia Tech did good landing him early. The Yellow Jackets is rolling. Yes, sir. Another commit on the day. Two blue chippers so far, and them boys ain't done. They got more in the ranks, got big time commitments this week. So Georgia Tech hitting on that OV. And remember, it was unusually quiet after this OV. We didn't hear too much. Usually we'll see a Sunday commitment, a Monday commitment, but we got two Tuesday commitments. Now, last vid, I broke down Malik Lee, told you guys what I thought, obviously, about his game and his film. Now, for Success, right, he's still kind of newer to football, and I don't think he played a lot last year. So there's no real big huddle. Like you have his basketball clips. I didn't really see too much, right? But I'm gonna show you guys the clips I got from him at the UA camp when I seen him, my honest thoughts, and why I think this is really a steal for Georgia Tech. All right, so let's go ahead and obviously break it all down, right? Now, with Success, he gives you a guy, like I said, he's a four-star prospect, massive, can rush the edge, and I feel like he's one of those guys he can dominate a game, right? And what's so cool about him is he's 6'6", 245, right? For Georgia Tech, he's one of those guys that you get off the bus where you feel good about, right? We talk about those get off the bus guys like a Jordan Walker, right? Like a Noah Carter, right? He gives you that same kind of impression, right? And he kind of blew up this past spring, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, being a three-star prospect. But like I said, he's a consensus four-star now across 247 in Rivals, right? Number 326 player nationally, number 26 edge, and number 34 in the state of Georgia, right? The only things with him is just staying healthy. That is the biggest mark on this kid is to stay healthy. He has the tools, he has the intangibles, he has everything you need at the position in order to dominate for years to come, right? And you imagine him getting developed by obviously Kyle Pope and Jess Simpson, and this is a guy that will dominate on the edge for years to come. It's just staying healthy for him, right? I feel like that's the only marker, right? And Georgia Tech nailed it because this could have easily been a Georgia commit, right? Because he visits Georgia on June 12th, right? And then Missouri June 19th. But a lot of times you'll see in these early OVs, like the teams try to get the commitment right in there because if you leave that campus and you don't have that commitment, then more than likely you're going to end up somewhere else, right? If you're a Georgia Tech a staff member, right? So for them, this is when they had to land, right? And you can credit Kyle Pope. Like I said, he's doing a great job of bringing these guys in, and you're starting to see the defensive edge, the defensive line starting to kind of tick up a little bit with getting more blue chippers, right? And this is one in the state of Georgia you didn't want to let leave, right? You didn't want him to go to Florida State or Florida. You didn't want him to go to up through 316 to go to Georgia, right? You wanted to keep him here, and this is massive because he's right in Georgia's backyard, right? In Athens Christian, right? That ain't that far from UGA. So what I will say early on in this commitment is the Yellow Jackets are going to have to continue to nurture this recruitment, right? They can't stop now that they have it. They have to keep going because this could be a late flip target for the Georgia Bulldogs, right? Because he has everything that they want. Now, I know they got Gideon Taywau, but you know Georgia usually likes to get two or three guys at the edge rusher position, right? So for Success, it's him continue, or for Georgia Tech and Kyle Pope, is continue to nurture this relationship, get him on campus a good bit. You know what I'm saying? When you allow to having him for fall games and continue to nurture this recruitment because he's gonna get people that's going to continue to try to, you know, obviously persuade him and get him on campus and things like that all the way up to December. So this recruitment is far from over, right? There's going to be more teams that push for this guy. This guy is elite and he has all the skills that you want at the next level, right? So I just say that to say he's locked in with Georgia Tech. I'm not saying I know anything. I'm just saying he's so good, y'all, that he's going to garner more attention. He's going to garner more teams wanting him. That's how special this kid is, okay? So that's number one, right? So talk about the consensus four-star for him. I also want to talk just a little bit about his film, right? And in the same camp, he ended up winning, obviously, MVP from Rivals, right? But I want to show you guys what I was able to capture while I was there. I shared it on my YouTube. you guys can get a first look. Again, I don't have the film, the huddle to break down for him, but I do have a couple clips that I got, and he dominated this camp. Okay, so we're gonna pull it right here. So in those clips, guys, the first couple of things I see is he has a strong arm that he can use, right? A bull rush that he's good at. I seen the violent hands where he can get past people as well. I seen a quick first step that he could use against offensive linemen as well. That gets them kind of jocking back a little bit, right? And he's a guy, he can have so many moves in his repertoire, right? As he continues to add to his game, he can use some finesse moves, he can use some spin moves, right? He can add different layers to his game that makes him potent and makes him good if you're success, right? And he already has that ability to dominate, right? To be real with y'all, he's a game wrecker, right? This kid is one that he can take over games, right? He can make the plays he needs to make in order to dominate, for years to come. You know what I'm saying? So you look at his size, it's 6'6", 245, the ability to use his violent hands, and he's one of those guys you're not going to have to say, oh, we need you to turn it up a notch. He's not one of those guys, right? He brings it 100% every single time, no matter who he's facing. He want to hit you in the mouth. Kind of mirrors a little bit of Noah Carter. This in terms of a mindset, a mentality type of perspective for him. That is what this kid does, right? So I'm telling y'all, this is an underrated pickup, and there's gonna be more teams that's gonna want this dude. This dude is special, right? Like I said, the only thing that you have to is just health. Him staying healthy. When he's healthy and he's whole, this dude can wreck a game. And that's exactly what you want if you're Georgia Tech. 6'6", 245. And it goes back to the point of what Coach Key said. He wants more size, more girth, right? But he don't want these big boys. He wants you to be athletic. He wants you to be fast. He wants you to make plays. That's what Success Nwabude is going to be able to do for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And like I said before, a game wrecker, a guy you can depend on the edge that can set the tone every single time. That's what he brings to the table. So Tech fans should be excited about this one. High upside. And if you coach Key, it resembles what you want. And like I said, last point on this, the athleticism. He plays basketball, right? That tells you everything you need to know. He can jump out the gym. So think batted passes, right? Being able to play, recognize, and see screens before they happen, right? Having that less athleticism to be able to go, I'm an edge rusher. They throw it out quick to a wide receiver. I can go run him down. That's what Success brings to the table and why he's going to be a special player. You know what I'm saying? So big time for Georgia Tech. And like I said, this same camp, these highlights that you guys see, right? This is the camp that he was able to dominate, right? He ended up winning Rivals MVP, as you guys can see. So that's the same clips I just showed y'all, right? That's him dominating, and he won MVP for a reason by Rivals, right? So the kid can go, kid is athletic, and the kid has untapped potential that if done correctly, he can tap into it and he can be unstoppable. Unstoppable. All right. Special kid, man. I don't know him personally, but seeing this film and you know what I'm saying, and obviously being able to see him up close and personal, this is a big one for Georgia Tech, man. And they're not done. They got more that they're trying to get, and I expect for them to fully get it and continue to kind of trek forward, man. But massive get. That's my thoughts. That's my reaction. Y'all boys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, man. And like I said, I'm gonna try to break down and instant react to all of these commitments for Georgia Tech for sure. I'm gonna be tapping in with my Miami Hurricanes too. If I see any, obviously, Alabama one, same thing, man. It's a little slow right now with news. So recruiting is big right now, all throughout the month of June and obviously July, right before the season starts. I'll try to get reactions and obviously breakdowns of all these new recruits and give my honest thoughts and reflection. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, peace and love.